Universal Father, Thou first person of deity, we give all worship unto you. All acknowledgement that all life comes out of you, Father. We reach through your indwelling presence. You must reach everyone. It is okay to be acknowledging that you are that life, yet the path that I bring to you, you must be reaching higher in worship, prayer, relationship. You must be reaching, for that is the true way, to reach and to embrace. Indwelling life. Paradise, Father, Mother. We go beyond ourself and worship you. Identification is part of that. But that's not the reaching, that's the embracing. O Heavenly Father, reach in your loving worship to the infinity, the source. Our walk together is vertical and horizontal, yet vertical. That's the difference. Vertical with your mind reaching into the infinite through the doorway of your adjuster, your indwelling life. That's the doorway. And I, in my comforter, I give you all sustenance, renewal, strengthening in mind and heart. the Mother, Holy Spirit. She is the infinite, the third person. Come into this universe with me. That is a revelation beyond Hinduism, beyond all the namaste, which is beautiful. And there's more. I come, showing you the more. Showing you how to be assertive in your determinative selfhood. Your decisiveness. Your self-directive power of mind and will. Your declaration. Declaring your loyalty. The Spirit of truth, I build in you discernment, that you know truth beyond false, that you know objectivity, fact beyond opinion and subjectivity. That you develop that pure desire for only God, only. And you claim your identity in Him. O Heavenly Father, these ones who are here today, they desire you. That's it. You. Oh, the distractions are many. The deceptions are many. The disorder seeks to establish itself in you. And you are pressed forward to use your mind in the highest way. I help you, but I don't let you build a dependency upon me. You must depend upon your own person and its endowments. You walk together with others, and yet this path is very individual. It is not a group thing, but you can share in a group. But the Trinity energies build your individual personhood. In a way, you must stand alone. You must choose. Should I reach out to Michael or not? You decide. And this mind which develops in you begins with the mother adjutants. Growing capacity and urge. That's the thing.
Sit here on the lap of God. Rest here in the heart of love. Shiva's here, Christ is here, Buddha's here, Muji's here.
Sweet. Very sweet. The path that we walk is strengthening of your individual person. That is a revelation beyond the Hindus. The adjuster and the soul. Certain pathways, they reach for the Trinity and perhaps my person, and yet they avoid their own person and consciousness. Certain pathways, they want God the Supreme. We are all one, they say. That's true. And they don't understand the development of person and personality. They don't quite understand the persons of Trinity. For you do not advance into our universe and the neighboring universes like a drop of water that goes into the pond, disappearing, saying, "We are one." That is true, and you have greater access to that one. And yet, you don't lose your individual. Now that is a revelation. You align and feel a duty to God the Supreme. And the Supreme is derived out of the infinite deity. Supreme is finite. Yes. The Supreme, her body, his body, her body, is all of creation. And we share that. And there is more. Individuality. Not an individual personality with rebellious frequencies, immaturity, separation. No. With me, you're learning to blossom in your person. Personhood, personality, personal nature, individual. A human, fallen individual separate from the totality is where I find all of you, all of humanity, that is. for there is much to be deceived by. The mind, the feelings and urges of the human, much that needs discernment. And you are destined to become an individualized consciousness, presence of God the Supreme. With access to the great ocean of life and access to greater individuality. Both. With mind and will, body, beyond here, the form becomes less important, but personhood becomes more and more important. Not the egotistical person, self-centered, self-important. No. A mature person, one with God's life, capable to enter into more of God the Supreme through that indwelling life.
Thank you, Guruji. Om Shri Ramanand, Om Shri Satguru, Holy Arunachala, Om Mahadeva Bhagavan. Om Shri Papaji, Om Shri Satguru, Holy Arunachala, Om Mahadeva Bhagavan. Om Shri Mujiji, Om Shri Satguru, Holy Arunachala, Om Namah Shivaya Bhagavan. Om Bhagavan. Om Bhagavan. Om Bhagavan. Oh, my Holy Father, I am your holy Son. Oh, my Holy Father, thy kingdom has come. Oh, my Holy Father, you make the devil run, make him run, run, run. Oh, my Holy Father, you opened up your heart, you opened up your heart. Om Shri Ramana, Om Shri Satguru, Holy
So just to be clear here, I'm showing you something. It has its beauty. It is not my way. I don't know anything about Mooji. They are my children, I tell you. And it has its value, absolutely. Yet I come to turn you inward upon your own self. And that causes all the problems. That is scary for humanity. For as father-son in this part of creation, I am to train you with the mother and the mighty host, that you become, that you flower. That means greater responsibility, greater use of your creative power. Oh, your lower nature, your human nature. It wouldn't mind if you sat together and worshipped or looked up to a person. Turning your attention upon another. Yet that is not the path we walk, everyone. You are to turn completely to your own individualized Godhood. That is the doorway to expand into Brahman, the Christ, the Buddha, whatever you want to call it. Urantia calls it supremacy. You are to enter through the eye of the needle. Enter through the doorway. by your personal relationship to God, to the nameless source and life. For the God that we worship is much, much bigger than humanity understands. Much vaster, broader, much more infinite in every direction. You cannot capture him, her. You cannot. I don't show you myself saying, realization, God is here. No. Too big. Too vast. So the Hindu, the Upanishads, the non-dual, the witnessing, all those Eastern pathways, they have a value. But it is a much more passive activity. Passive. Not reaching entirely, but devotional. And certainly it depends on each individual. And the Christian, Western pathway is worshipful, relationship, yet not entirely claiming the life for each one. Right? They want to look to another without understanding that you each are becoming a conscious selfhood. So I come to unify the East and the West. Both have great value. To unify and to reveal, to transcend both. Both. At this early point in the distribution of these revelations, only a few can be here. The Eastern, which I'm showing you today, is devotional, realizational, right? And the Western Catholic Christian is also devotional, worshipful, also looking to a person. Okay, my person. But that's not exactly my way. And the lower nature is okay with the feel-good effortlessness of the Eastern. And the lower is okay with the Western Christian indoctrinations, no true realization, kind of worshiping another. The lower nature is okay with that. But I am not. Then you come to me in our simple, small setting. Many of you came from the East and the West, right? Well, there's nowhere else to come from. And yet, somehow, something more was needed by you. See, you came from worshiping gurus, sitting cross-legged in groups, saying namaste, we are one. And you came from the churches, the indoctrination, that didn't quite work. It works for some, right? It's okay. It's a stepping stone, all of it. Yet I tell you, it is your time to blossom into the uniqueness of your individuality. At one with the totality. Conscious, identified with that totality, perhaps. And yet, going deep into your person from all lifetimes, cleansing all energies. You cannot operate just intellectually. A lot of these pathways, the East and the West, is about feeling good sometimes, or beating yourself up sometimes as a sinner, or feeling good. We are all one, we're equal, we're one, yea, God. Some people hold these ideas, right? Many of you are looking for the strength to persevere. This is not new any longer for you. And your expectations have been absolutely destroyed regarding yourself. The quick way. How far you've come or not. And yet, you are still here with mind and body and will and person. For it is very easy to avoid the human self, to sit cross-legged and meditate, to sing songs, to imagine following another who will somehow miraculously do it for you. But that's not here. I come to fulfill the law. That often looks like destroying all your false expectations. Think back over the last bit of time, even if you've been here 6 months or a year. Easy to imagine and to worship in a certain way, but true worship is to become more like your object of worship, the infinity of deity. So how do you sustain your advancement? You are meant to become expanded into the formless Christ through your God life. To be conscious that you are a unified member of the totality. That takes time. It is less important than you completing your lifetimes. If I were to take you into those higher worlds, you would have access to the totality a little bit more. But it's not either or. You would have access to a little bit more. But not the entirety. That's your progression. Beyond here, even. You would experience a great universal culture of personalities, conscious, empowered, filled with the height of emotionalism, feelings that incredible, thoughts, perceptions, vision. So while the West believes they're going to go play violins and harps with me, can't wait to be with you, Jesus, That's embarrassing, everyone. They have no idea of progressive advancement. And while the East want the feel-good, effortless, we are already there. I bring something quite different. Yes, you can reach into all that is. Yes, you can build your relationship with me, with the mother, the father in you, the host. Yet ultimately, you will be returned to yourself, to your mind, your heart, your choices, your free will. I tell you, the advancement into our universe is a progressive socialization of person. What does that mean? All your faculties, all the beauty of your person. While it is difficult here to often feel good about, you're growing into levels of personal, incredible joy and bliss. To serve, to grow, to develop your creativity, your gifts. I assure you, you will not receive a harp unless you want one. I assure you, you will not disappear into the ocean. Yet you can disappear for a time to become immersed and then step out of it. You have both. Both. Both the vast selfhood and the personal selfhood. Levels. So I want to open it up for questions that pertain to what we're focusing on today.
¿Quiere que haga verbal por escrito? Michael, do you want me to translate verbally or orally or written?
Your choice, whatever's easier for you.
Okay, for me it's easier verbally.
Yes, I would think.
Yes. Se van a abrir las preguntas para temas. I didn't hear. I forget, Michael.
Questions about what we're talking about today.
Se van a abrir preguntas acerca de lo que hemos estado hablando hoy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
En mi caso, can I share, Michael?
Not if you're sharing just to fill the space, but if you genuinely need some clarity, then okay.
No, I just wanted to say that you are answering me a lot of questions.
Okay, beautiful, yeah. Can you say a little more? Yes, that's what I want. Because you're someone that you come out of both the East and the West, Carlos, throughout your lifetimes.
Yes. No, yo le dije a Michael que en esta charla él me contestó muchas preguntas. I just explained to Michael that in this teaching he answered me a lot of questions. And then besides that, we are studying within a little group with Margarita and Jenny and Ana.
Okay.
Nosotros estudiamos en un pequeño grupo con Margarita, Jenny y Ana. Y la otra vez we were sharing, the other time we were sharing, la otra vez estábamos compartiendo que yo no sé si está bien, I don't know if it's okay, what I understood, que es lo que yo entendí.
Can someone verbally translate for Carlos as he speaks in Spanish?
Yes, Clara. Yes, Clara.
Yeah.
Okay. Solamente estábamos hablando, yo no sé si está bien esto, ¿verdad? Pero quiero compartir contigo, Michael. I don't know if it's okay, but I want to share with you, Michael. That I need the strong connection with the Spirit of Truth. Yo necesito tener una conexión fuerte con el Espíritu de la verdad.
I'm writing, Carlitos. Yo estoy escribiendo.
Okay.
You, Carlos, may be easier. Just speak Spanish, and Clara can
Okay.
speak English.
Okay.
Just slowly.
Yo estábamos hablando la otra vez Y yo comenté que les dije que creo que es muy importante para mí, en este caso, ¿verdad? De tener una fuerte relación con el espíritu de la verdad, que de cierta manera es Michael, ¿verdad? Es decir, que es Michael realmente porque el espíritu de la verdad no tiene conciencia de sí mismo, ¿verdad? Y es lo que yo entendí. Michael me puede corregir, ¿verdad? Eh, y que en la medida que podamos, que yo pueda establecer una relación con él transparente y sin proyección, yo podía estar seguro de que todo lo que yo toque o diga va a tener vida. I don't know, yo no sé si esto está bien, pero eso es lo que yo estuve compartiendo. Yo te pregunto a ti ahora,
The introducing of my universe identity and the spirit of truth living with each one.
do you want me to translate, Michael, or not?
I think, Clara,
Okay.
these are revelations for humanity. They're not in the prior programming of indoctrinated Christianity and Hinduistic Eastern. It's not. And how each of you have found your way here is a miracle. It is the Father in you. You have to mute yourself if you're going to tap, Carlos. Yeah. What I'm introducing at this point is revelations, something new to move the civilization forward. Is not connected to the interpretation of Galilei or the Catholic Christian development or the East Indian Hindu. No. Is not connected to Zen Buddhism, Gautama Buddha, Taoism, Sufi, all that. It's not entirely connected to Guru Nanak's work. The Sikhs is not connected to the Native American. It is something beyond all that. To take all that and group it together and connect it into this Trinitarian circuitry, the real way. Those developments were, in a large part, evolutionary religion. Evolutionary. Beings came, including myself, and then there were many interpretations based on human intellect. and then distributed through the centuries. But this mission, bringing a revelation, very few are receptive. There's no history. And destroying all expectations, preconceptions are expectations, everyone. Opinions build expectation. Yes. So it's destroying the opinions. That's what revelation does. And it is rejected in the beginning. Rejected, hated. What? You're introducing something I don't already know? I'm very offended. Right? I don't like this. I feel insecure now. I thought I knew everything. That occurs when the unknown is introduced to become integrated into the known. Revelation. Revelation of my persona. Back in that famous Galilean thing, I was a man. Wasn't easy to see what I was. And I could not change the preconceived expectations. Nor can I do that now. Except for some of you. You are the miracle makers for yourself. Yes. So revelation is absolutely rejected in the beginning. And then, with some time and evolutionary exhaustion, right? All the Western religious indoctrination, the Eastern indoctrination also. Personalities return, the next life, the next one, the next one. They get tired of the evolutionary religion. They crave something more. I'm placing that which is more into the collective circuit. Into the awareness, the collective mental and emotional body of the species. And many will come back and find it if they're searching. So the Spirit of Truth, Carlos, is it's an introduction to something that hasn't been here before. Even after 2,000 years, very, very few understand it. but it is the beginning. The Comforter, my true persona, not the indoctrinated mythology. That will fall away. You see, the Hindu, the Eastern way, you sit before a guru. You look to them. A man or a woman matters not. You look away from yourself to a certain degree. In the West, it's kind of like that also. But not a physical guru. Now, you are partaking of something new. The circuits of the infinite Trinity. God is person, and much more. You have been given person, and you create personality, multidimensional. And your person has gifts, endowments, creative powers, and privileges, abilities. For you to master as a unique persona. And you can expand into identification with Brahman, with the Christ, the Buddha, the ocean. Yes, because we share that one being, solar being, galactic being, universal being, and beyond. We share that. And you are uniquely individual. You see, the East, give up your individual, merge into the ocean. That's the East. The West, be the person and worship and look to another. And yet the ocean is not part of that, really. For some, it might be. But now, it's both. Now, in our association together. The Spirit of Truth is a circuitry that is established right with you. I have some Hinduistic people that had come around, and they could never be introduced to this idea. They're indoctrinated. They don't like the idea. They want, we are one. See? That's true. And it's not the whole story. Right? revelatory religion, spirituality, knowledge. And yes, Carlos, you must have that relationship with me. None of you can go any further. This is what the Father desires. Right? Beautiful. Thank you, Carlos. I saw Lawanda, his hand.
Yes, Michael, I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
When I was listening to you earlier, explaining about the East and the West, I just wanted to check with you if I'm understanding you correctly, because I'm thinking that the East is the left path and the West, and the West is the left path and the East is the right path, and you are maybe trying to attune us to get to the middle path. Am I hearing you?
Well, let's just say collectively, planetarily, those are the polar extremes. Just like within you, you have the extremes of the left and the right, the up and the down, all the opposites. Well, the East and the West, they appear to be kind of opposites or different. It is I'm not trying, I'm introducing a unification where both extremes become one pathway, one correct way, including the person and the supremacy. And many of you come out of those evolutionary pathways, and this is slightly different. So Lawanda, tell us more about why you ask that question personally. What do you hope to work out in you? Or are you familiar with both pathways, right?
Yes, Michael. I'm familiar mostly with the Western way, the Christian way, but I have grown to acclimatize myself with the Eastern way. But I've recently come up or read some information about the Kabbalah, and what I'm finding is that most of what you are offering is, in a way, representative of the middle path of the Kabbalah, which is what we don't understand, which is what I don't understand. Being part of humanity is difficult to reconcile because we are used to our extreme paths So one would be extreme left or extreme right. So I'm trying to understand your teachings to orientate my mind, or to say this is similar to the middle path of the Kabbalah.
So,
Am I? Yeah.
So, who am I to you? Who am I to you? Who do you say that I am?
You are Michael of Nebadon.
And what is that? What is that I can be right here and you could still be searching? What am I? Who am I? Do you believe? Who do you believe that to be?
I believe you to be the Creator Son.
Do you now?
Yes, Michael.
But that means
yes.
Not entirely.
And entirely, but
no, I want you to be honest. Honest.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So in my mind, I'm trying to understand how I'm understanding you. I understand you. I feel you. I feel your energy. Like I've never felt your energy from. That is why I'm here, because I was looking for you, and eventually I'm here. So now I'm just trying to fill the missing blanks that I jumped to get to understanding you. I completely believe you to be who you are, but I'm trying to orientate my mind, and I can't find anything on earth. Well, the first thing that is a mistake is me trying to find while I have reached your proximity, and I should stop trying to find other things. And I can't find anything close to what you are offering. And what you are offering is very unique in the sense that it is in every religion. If I go into every religion, what you are offering is there, but it's misinterpreted.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And so it's given to me to take what's already there and to bring clarity, and then also to introduce completely new things not found in any of the religions. So to unify the East and the West, to clarify all that, and to introduce something involving the Spirit of Truth, the Mother Spirit, the indwelling, and the Trinity, relation to the Trinity, your relation. So I sit you down, Lawanda. I look into your eyes. I pour you a glass of red wine. And you say, Michael, pardon me, before I can drink your wine, I want to drink these other wines so I can understand your wine. And that won't be possible. You must taste my wine Swish it around in your mouth. Feel it. Work with it. See its effects. Then you know. Then you'll know.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, I'm intending to save you time. The mind, it will keep you looking. Anything but entering more deeply into drinking my wine. Yes, the mind. And your wife, what say she about all of this strange things?
She is quite curious to my motivations.
Yeah. Can we talk
But-
about that?
Yeah. So she's quite curious about why I would want to have this kind of fellowship where there's many that a lot of people are currently following. And I don't see the divinity in what is currently being offered. That is why I'm here, and that's what I try to tell her.
And what's being offered? What are some of the things being offered that you and she are both aware of?
There's the religions that we are familiar with, the Christianity, the Islam,
Right.
which is quite dominant in our country. So, and she's a Christian.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
she follows Jesus Christ.
yes. Yes.
Okay.
She
and
follows
if I were to ask her, who is that? I don't know that. Who is that? What would she say? With all due respect, I think it's beautiful. It's all fine. What is she following? Jesus Christ. So who is that? And what is there to be followed? And I'm not intimating that that is wrong and she should follow this. It is again one and the same thing, except misunderstood.
Yes. Yes, Michael. So I'm working with her, and
I bet.
I'm working with her, and
You're brave. You're brave. Courageous. Yeah.
The thing is, there's no other way for me. She has to understand that this is the light, this is the gold that I've realized to be, instead of the falsehood that is out there. So I'm trying to, at the same time, trying to focus on my development and my transmutation. I'm trying to also see her, to get her to understand that I'm following the right path. But it's very interesting because I have to physically change so that she can see that I'm really changing. I'm not just following you, I'm changing. I'm doing things differently.
Yes.
So
that's important. It's very important. You must become the representative of the thing.
Yes.
Or you do it harm everyone I speak to about that. If you are, each of you, just not truly entering into this, you are doing it harm. You're misrepresenting, and then that adds to confirm, that's another failed way. No, you say. It's me that's failing. What's being given is not the failed way. It's me. Oh, they may not believe that, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you must change for the better. That's the responsibility to the Supreme. Realizing that your wife is part of the one, part of the body of the Christ. Even to put it in Jesus Christ terms, right? Eat of this bread. I divide it up, but know that I am the wholeness of the loaf, the totality. Let yourself be reminded of that beyond your portion. Oh, if people were to understand. Yeah. Well, you tell your wife, as beautiful as she is, that I invite her to write me about her Jesus Christ teachings, those teachings that she's following and may want to understand more of. What does he really mean, right? What was really said here? It's a beautiful opportunity.
Yes, thank you, Michael. I'll say that to her.
You can let me know how that goes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Enjoy your wine. Good, Loanda. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Yeah. This is a path, everyone, of not sitting before a guru. They're not wrong to do that. But you, each who have arrived here, you must sit before yourself and the adjuster, the God within you. I help you do that, to find that God life, to understand how to be in relationship to something you cannot see. I give you of my energies in life, which you often feel. I strengthen you. Yet you must sit cross-legged in front of your own God life. Not a priest, a pastor, a guru, not all of that. But that doesn't mean that you ignore our relationship. It's a different relationship. You must learn to lean upon, to rely upon your own human person to somehow make the higher choices with the mind, the intellect, the values, virtues, receptivity, becoming the soul, a slightly different creature than the mechanical material human. Yes, it's a little bit different, slightly. So it's a little bit of a different creature than the materially centered human. The soul. You recognize the higher values. You want the vision of the highest that you can find, which is right within you. For I am there, and the Father is there. I am one with him in his adjuster within each of you, and I also am with you in the Comforter, and also in perfected collaboration with the Infinite Mother. 3 things. For it's given to me to be a kind of conductor of all these different elements, to help you bring it all together. I don't struggle with this responsibility. I like it that way, is what I'm saying. I like it to be the conductor, to bring these instruments, personhood, mind and will, body, spirit, soul development, bring it together. Other questions?
Yes, Michael.
Yes, John. Hello.
Hello. We need to allow to destroy our false expectations. How will that?
Not we, Jean. Not we.
Oh, only me.
Well, you're not the spokesman for anyone but you.
Oh, then I have no question.
Why did you back off?
Well,
Who are you representing when you say we? You are the representative?
No, of course not.
No, stay with this, Jan. I'm working for you. I'm working for you. Yes, and I may catch you tricking yourself at times.
Yeah, you certainly do.
Yes, it's given to me to do that. Do I prefer to not do that? Yes. But it's serving your godhood, accelerating what it's trying to do. So who is this we that you are the spokesman of? Who is this we?
Well, I was wondering about all my brothers and sisters that are not here.
Okay. That's a more clear way of. So you're here, and you're concerned about people that you know in your life, right?
Yes.
Okay, now we're getting to be just plain and simple, right? Not intellectually,
No, but I'm interested
Mhm.
in how I can help or not that false expectations will be destroyed. How will that happen? And can
Now I'm at, so yes, but before we go any further, I want you to be more just person. Just why are you asking that? Who is in your life that you're concerned about? Who?
my own wife.
Okay, beautiful. And what's going on there? Talk to me just one guy to another as if I don't know any of this other nonsense. You're concerned.
Yes.
And
Well,
can you say more?
for instance, I had great grief, and because I remembered a lot of old Stephanie, and I shared it with her, and she said, "Well, it has to stop."
What has to stop?
I have to stop journaling and think about darkness.
So she's giving you guidance on a path and a method that she hates and has not really been involved with.
Yes.
And you want to listen to that?
No.
Oh.
I hoped. Maybe it is a false hope, but I hope that she can destroy or allow to destroy her own false expectations.
And what is she expecting from you? What have you gotten yourself into that you have all this pressure to perform for someone that hates what you're doing, hates me, doesn't like any of this, has not experienced it or given it a fair chance, and you are bowing down to that? Really?
In what way do you mean? That I bow?
You can never live for someone else's expectation. It will fail. She wants it to fail, Jean. Why? Because then that proves that she's right, in her opinion. That was never a good way. See, I told you. If it was a good way, I would feel it and be there. I would recognize it.
Yes, you're right.
Well, can you talk a little bit about what you're hearing me say? What?
Well, I can't live for anybody else.
No, but there you go, becoming impersonal. That's true, but I want you to just
I can't
speak.
live her life.
Yes. You can't live to get that approval from Alice.
No, so I share it. I hear her, and I feel lonely.
Yes, that's the thing. And oh, my heart can certainly understand that, Sean.
And I want to feel that happiness, what I can feel as I am with you.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to feel that. You want to share it with her. You want her to come along.
Yeah.
Do it together. You don't want a marriage where you're separate. She's hating what you're doing and you don't know what to share and what not to share. And, very hard. Jean, my heart is totally with you with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see, that's why I'm working with you in this way, so you can get closer to the feeling and the cause and the root of the thing. That's my job. So
Yes,
given.
but I'm happy with it.
Yes. Yes. You're gaining a lot from it. It's good. But Alice is not searching, John.
No.
And you know what to do about that, right? How to live day
Yes.
after day in it would be less lonely if you just divorced and lived on your own. After you purge the incredible attachment that we would all feel. Absolutely. Yet to be together but not together, to want to share with someone you love and want to walk together, yeah. And yet it is not allowed to happen by her choice. No, there are deeper issues, Jan, for her.
Yes, and I have to accept it.
Yeah. Even both of you coming here last year, and we have a little breakfast and we talk outside, and you gave us beautiful gifts, and we share, and yet still finding something wrong. You know, it is not in my control, nor yours. It can't come from outside of her.
Yes, but just like today, when I shared some revelations onto you, I shared it with her, and she said it is all wrong to do that.
Right.
And for me, it is all.
Yeah. For you, it is.
It is all for what I want to live for.
Yes. And she's saying it's all wrong.
Yeah.
Yes. Not even saying, oh, I'm not comfortable around that. I don't know about. No, she's objectifying her opinion. You see? And Alice can be strong. She makes her subjective opinion to be a fact. Like objectivity. And your heart is tender and open, just want to share. And the type of mind that she's living in turns opinion into fact. And I tell you, Jean, something you might not like to hear, but that is evil.
Well, I recognize it because I can feel that darkness.
Yes. And when people turn their opinions and subjective, lower nature feelings and thoughts into universal facts, that is evil. That is the destruction of civilization. Right? The president of the United States says, "Oh, Iran, I don't really like what they're doing." Oh, okay. "Oh, Iran, they are bad people." That's objectifying opinion, causing war, bloodshed. And why she wants to do that, I haven't looked that close. But Jean, I tell you, before you came to me, is it true, if you look carefully, that Alice was me for you? You looked to her to guide you in many areas. You looked up to her. You looked to her to guide you. And she got removed from that. Doesn't like that.
Well, I'm open to hear it, but maybe it is true. I don't know yet. I have to look carefully.
Well, when you shared with her over the years of your time together, your marriage,
yeah.
Often you relied upon her point of view, right?
Yeah.
And she built up that. That was her way of being in relationship to you. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
A kind of guru. A kind of guru, Jean. And now that Michael, he's the guru. I'm not the guru.
But I can understand the metaphor of the threat ring, the threat, that you are a threat for her.
Yes, the threat. Yes, you were looking to her for the things that you're now looking to me for. I, Salvington, I, Michael.
Yes, but in a quite different way.
Yes, in a different way, right. And what's that way? What do you see the differences?
Well, I love Alice and respect her opinion.
Right.
I can also experience that it is a truth, not the truth.
It is her being truthful with her point of view.
Yes. And
okay.
And with you, I can experience behind all opinions.
But in the mind of Alice, she believes her opinions are truth.
Yes. And
they're not just her being truthful. No. She is truth personified in that attitude. She believes.
Yes, and I recognize it, but I can't change it. I can only change myself.
Yes. That's why I'm getting you to look when you first shared the first sentence, why that pattern is coming to you.
I understand now.
Yes?
Yeah.
Can you say what you're seeing? I want to make sure because we spent a few minutes here. It's important to take you forward.
Well, I have to allow myself to feel comfortable to speak about my own feelings.
To be
And
truthful.
general or mental.
Yes. That's what she's doing, right?
Yeah.
She's
And when I'm personal and vulnerable, I get all kind of opinions.
yes. Yes. And that's why, well, in our culture of Salvington, I don't want that to be. I want people to share and others just to listen and receive and not immediately sticking their nose in. Alice is God for you. You've allowed that. Her opinion is almighty truth. It's not just sharing vulnerably. No. This Jean right, this Jean wrong. And in that false confidence, you have been fallen. It's time for you to stand on your own. To build your own security, confidence, trust in yourself.
Okay.
You're living in a relationship with Alice that was conditioned by certain things. You probably wouldn't condition it now like that, but it was.
Mm-hmm.
Inside of Alice's mind, she believes she has the truth. She knows what's right, the highest right. She believes that her point of view is coming from a totally clear place. Of course, she doesn't want to be around me. But that's popular with humanity. They don't want truth. They want to be pretending that they already have it. It's a kind of pride and arrogance. It's a deception.
It's becoming more clear for me. Thank you.
Well, her reflections still hold value for you. But if they didn't, I would just tell you, from my point of view, you might want to move on. That's not an easy thing to do.
No.
Not an easy thing at all. Yet, what's holding you in there is some similarities. Okay, Jean. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. Others who want to hop on the operating table? Sorry about that. Mhm. La mesa operativa. Yes, Clara. Right.
Hola, Micael. Maite.
Hola, Maite. Maite viviendo en Chitre, pero de México?
Esa misma, sí, yo.
Ah.
Micael,
Sí.
yo he estado viendo los escritos que nos has compartido los últimos días.
Okay, momentito for Carlos and Clara. Yes, from
Sí,
in the last days. Okay.
sí. Y este también, el tema que estás conversando con nosotros hoy, de los extremos.
Yes, the extremes.
En mi caso particular, no vengo de un conocimiento, de hecho nunca toqué la parte espiritual de las corrientes del hinduismo, ni estas corrientes más espirituales.
Mm.
De hecho, es un trabajo que me cuesta un poquito más. En mi caso, se me facilita más trabajar con mi yo humano. Mi pregunta es, si necesitamos llegar en un momento al equilibrio, al centro de ambos extremos, ¿cómo yo puedo hacer para trabajar más esta parte que nunca conocí hasta ahora en el camino contigo?
You will unify the opposites as you focus completely on the life, which is unity. You, with your 11 powers, with
Okay.
your attention, creative attention, generating new momentum of vibration.
Okay. Sí, de hecho he podido distinguir cuando tú me hablabas de las microelecciones y posterior me dijiste a mis creaciones. Eso ya comprendí ambas partes. Lo que no sabía era
Perdí y de las elecciones,
Mi-
microelecciones.
microelecciones.
Small choices, right? Tus elecciones pequeñas,
Decisiones
Ajá.
pequeñas.
continuamente
Elecciones.
decidiendo, right?
Sí. Esa era una parte que logré comprender, como yo eligiendo era lo que hacía mi día a día. Microelecciones y mis creaciones, que posterior me dijiste que las pidiera, observar mis creaciones.
Yeah, you've been observing your
Sí, ya,
miscreations.
sí, pude comprenderlo. Ya, realmente puedo comprenderlo día a día.
Yes.
Pero no sabía cómo trabajar la parte más espiritual que nunca conocí, porque yo venía de una mente muy intelectual concreta.
Yes, your mind is more intellectual and concrete. Yes.
Sí.
Yes, well,
Entonces,
that is that's your evolutionary leap. Leap, Clara? Jump, right? Yeah.
ok.
Yes, you must, with faith.
Mm.
That's, for this reason, I'm happy you're not an accountant any longer.
Sí.
Contadora, nada más.
No, ya mi
Porque
mente
estás fortaleciendo,
fortaleciendo.
esa parte de tu mente concreta y material y mecánica. Y yo vi eso
Sí.
años atrás.
Sí.
Estaba esperando para ti, para graduar de un profesión nuevo.
Sí, mi mente muy concreta, mi falta de confianza,
Yes.
porque necesitaba poder entender para creer. No,
Yes.
no era algo que fluía solo, sino que tenía que llevarlo a la mente primero.
Yes, un momentito, your mind, your concrete mind, momento, it believes when it sees. But your awakening mind, it knows that it will see when it believes. The concrete, you believe only when you see it. The soul mind, it is willing with faith to believe even when it's not seeing.
Ok. Sí, ese ha sido...
No, wait a minute,
okay.
Maite.
Okay.
Tell me what you heard.
Que mi mente primero quería ver para poder creer.
Wait. Okay, yes.
Y mi mente del alma,
Yeah.
tengo que tener fe para creer primero. O sea, es al contrario.
Yes, it's the opposite, right?
Sí.
Now, wait a minute. No, let go of your thought. Salta tu pensamiento.
Okay.
Say that again to me. In your concrete mind, tu mente concreta, esa mente puede creer solamente cuando puede ver. And the new mind, la mente nuevo del alma, is willing. Willing? Espera. Creer antes viendo, ¿no?
Sí.
You're upside down. Upside down. ¿No?
Creer antes de ver.
Yeah.
Patas para arriba.
Sí, patas para arriba.
Al revés.
Yes.
Sí. Bueno, de hecho es lo que he estado trabajando contigo en todos estos años.
Yeah, you've been working on this. It's getting better. Está mejor, pero no todavía completa.
No, todavía estoy trabajando en mi parte humana, que me permita
Yeah.
ser más confiada,
Yes.
más entregada.
Yes, but to have trust is a thing of faith. Es una cosa de fe. Yes, you cannot. Mira, Maite, no puedes trabajar con tu lado del humano. You must deliver the human self to the God life. Carlos, you got that? Clara? You can work this with your human side. No. Maite, your concrete mind thinks it's going to work with your human self. Tu mente concreta piensa que quiere trabajar con tu lado humano. No sé exactamente para decir. And that's not the way. Carlos?
It's okay, Michael.
Okay, beautiful. Yes, that's not the way. You need to read that Spirit of Truth document in the way that I can work with you.
Ok.
That's in the
180.
Spanish. Is you need to invite me every day to grow in you a mind of faith. You cannot work with the concrete mind and your human self alone. It won't happen. Yes, because the mind that evolves and wants to go beyond itself cannot use itself. The mind that is evolving and wants to go beyond its own self cannot rely upon itself. You must reach.
Porque seguiría siendo concreta.
Yes.
Seguiría siendo lo mismo.
Exactly. Estás operando totalmente con una mente concreta y siendo todas las cosas de este punto de vista.
Okay.
Esta capacidad. Entonces necesitas trabajar con mi espíritu de la verdad. Necesitas algo más elevada.
Eso era lo que yo quería casualmente hoy preguntarte, que me dijera esto, para trabajarla de una forma que no sea concreta. No quiero más la mente concreta.
Right. Well, okay, hermosa. Este momento es un punto de tu evolución donde estás cansada de tu mente concreta.
Sí, no quiero nada para analizar ni para verlo a mi forma, ni verlo a mi manera. O sea, no.
Wow, solamente 5 años estás llegando en este momento.
Sí,
Perfecto. Well, perfecto, porque después 1500
5 años. A veces parece mucho y a veces es muy poco. O sea, dependiendo con qué
Yes,
cómo lo
exactly.
vean.
Exactly. 5 años es nada.
Ujú.
Después, ¿cómo se dice? Muchas vidas
Sí.
operando con un mente y no encontrando algo diferente.
Sí.
Yes.
Esto era lo que yo quería saber cómo trabajarlo.
Yeah.
Cómo trabajarlo mejor. Gracias, Micael.
And,
Voy a trabajar.
y tengo una pregunta para ti, no desaparecer.
Ok. Ok.
¿Conoces una persona en tu casa similar?
Sí.
¿Hay una persona o estás viviendo sola?
No, sí hay una persona.
Tiene una persona en tu casa similar.
Sí.
¡Qué sorpresa! ¡Wow!
Sí. Sí, venimos, o sea, al menos pues compartimos esta forma y sobre todo yo comparto lo que me ha costado mi mente concreta
Yes.
avanzar.
Muy
Me ha costado
intelectual.
mucho trabajo.
Sí.
Muy intelectual, sí.
Yes. Y mecánica
Ujú.
y
Analítica.
analítica, lógico.
Ujú.
Y ese mente puede funcionar buenísimo en el mundo, porque el mundo es un lugar muy concreto. Y, para ganar dinero, sí. Es por eso todas las personas quienes están meditando y usando una porción diferente de su mente no pueden funcionar en el mundo.
No. No.
Ellos no pueden encontrar un lugar para funcionar. Es difícil. Es posible, absolutamente.
Es que de hecho es lo que a mí me ha costado en estos años romper esa dinámica mental.
Yes, perfect. Well, estás pidiendo, ¿no? Ahora.
Sí.
Y
Yes.
y yo deseo eso para ti. Y el Padre definitivamente quiere envolverte.
Envolverme.
Hacia más allá tu mente concreta. Y en tu tiempo. Y estás diciendo, en mi tiempo, estoy listo. Estoy aburrido con mí misma.
Sí,
Yes,
pero
yes.
fue después de muchos años de ansiedad, de pelear con la mente concreta. Caí.
Yes.
O sea,
Fighting
mucha
with the
ansiedad.
concrete mind, many
Sí.
years of anxiety. Yes.
Creaciones, elecciones
Yes.
sobre mente concreta y ansiedad. No
Yes.
quiero más eso. Nada.
Yes.
Sí.
I suggest you move to maybe a coffee plantation.
Mm. Plantación de café.
Sí, necesitas para vivir.
Ajá, sí, mucho café.
Dos
Moverte,
personas muy intelectual,
Estoy aquí.
lógico, analítico.
I am here.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, you. Yeah. Necesitan interactuar
Interactuar.
con la naturaleza más.
Cosas más suaves, más
Suaves y
suaves.
animales y elementales y
Ya.
naturales.
Pero solo guardan un vaso de café para mí. No olvides.
Ok. Excelente.
Pero realmente es importante porque viviendo en Chitre, en una atmósfera de la ciudad, la gente funcionar así, en una mente concreta y
Y bastante afuera.
Heavyweight.
Yes.
Ok.
Michael,
So,
Muchas
momentito.
gracias.
So,
Okay.
so Maite, es solamente invitarme
Sí,
y trabajar conmigo pidiendo directamente contigo, ayúdame a cambiar.
ok.
Madre Eterna y Micael y la huésped, ayúdame para cambiar, para evolver mi mente. Ujú.
Ok. Sí, Micael. Muchas
Y
gracias.
Maite, ahora estamos, yo, la madre, la huésped, estamos mostrándote ahora. I am releasing my spirit to you now as we're talking because you're asking. My spirit went from me to you, but it's already with you.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Gracias, Micael.
Wait a minute. Wait. What?
Yes.
Why you want to get off so quick? Maybe I'm not finished with you. Why do you want to get off? Thank you, Micael. Okay, gracias. Ciao. Adios. Bonjour.
No.
Why you want to get out of this right now? Why?
No, me quiero ir. No. Es que leo el chat y como no entiendo si ya terminó, porque no leo lo demás, no veo lo que sigue, pensé que ya había terminado y digo gracias, pero no me quiero ir.
Yeah. Yes. Just continue to let go of the mind's direction. Necesitas saltar la dirección del mente con su ansiedad y direccionándote. Ya, porque el ajustador quiere direccionarte.
Direccionar.
Michael, ya direccionarte. Yes, it's okay.
Yeah. Yes. Just breathe in, Maite. Respiras. El Espíritu de la verdad, el Espíritu Santo, la huésped, funcionando como una cosa. Sí, hermosa, estás recibiendo. Y para todos aquí, for all here who want, quien quiere cambiar tu mente concreta hacia algo diferente, mente del alma. No bastante concreta, right? Yes. Good. Just receive, porque mi espíritu está fluyendo a ustedes. Ahora, this is the first time today that you're drinking of the Trinity. The 11 powers, if you do it correctly throughout the day, will build a new mind, a new heart. Good, Maite, thank you.
Gracias.
We can look at one more. One more question or sharing.
Iván.
Hola, Iván. Hello.
Hola. Sí. O sea, cómo vivir afuera, estando con el aprendizaje, con esta nueva forma de vida, esta nueva enseñanza revelada por ti.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How can you live beyond that, beyond your way of living? Mm-hmm. You must be watchful to not allow your lower mind and nature to dominate you. Uh-huh. You are intended to dominate your endowments. You, the person that you are. and then to give yourself to the Father in you, you must first dominate your endowments. Clean up your effects, which pull you into the lower domination, and then direct yourself. Everyone, hear what I'm saying. You are in this life to learn, to become self-conscious governor of your existence. To be determinative, decisive in directing yourself with the 11 powers. If you don't break these patterns and if you don't make a very strong connection with the Comforter, when I leave at some point, you'll return to the lower nature. You'll be blind, deaf. It will happen. The lower nature will dominate. You have one thing that is the greatest challenge for all of you. Unconsciousness. And you have to build that self-conscious determination. Self in the human self, as a human man or woman. To direct yourself in these constructive ways. In as many moments as possible. Standing guard at the gate. You in your discernment and vigilance. Stand guard. Ever watchful, always watchful. That the lower nature, you don't allow it to dominate you. When you start forming irrational thoughts and feelings, and you believe those unreal things, that begins to be a problem. Ivan? ¿Sí?
Sí, Micael, estoy siguiendo, hermoso.
Yeah.
Autodominio.
Yes, yes.
Sí, porque en la naturaleza baja viene.
Yes. The lower nature, it is still with you.
Es un reto.
Yes. I watch my lower nature. Estoy mirando mi naturaleza baja aquí y he estado cambiando las vibraciones, so no tengo muchísimos problemas, pero no importa. Estoy cuidando, mirando, todo. I don't want to put, no quiero crear direcciones falsos, right?
Yes.
Yes, you must watch. Después transfigurando tus vibraciones es muchísimo más fácil.
Yeah.
Pero necesitan mirar, observar, aún más fácil, even though is easier.
Mirar, observar, invitar
Yes.
al espíritu de la verdad.
Y ahora estás caminando conmigo.
Sí,
Ahora estás direccionándote, ¿cómo se dice? You are directing yourself.
Dirigiéndose a ustedes mismos.
Yes.
Yes.
And you see, you have two directions. Dos direcciones es posible por cada. You can go unconscious. The easy way is just go with the flow, but not the flow of God, the flow of the darkness. Go with the flow and let the human tendencies to dominate you and direct you. That's easy. You don't have to do anything. It's already doing that. And the other is the 11 powers, the directing yourself, becoming the governor of your own will. And that takes a lot of strength and effort. But the reward is eternal life. Yeah. The easy way is to try to ignore your lower nature. Oh, namaste, somos uno, perfecto, estoy observando. Easy, easy. ¿Qué necesitamos hacer? Nada. It's permitting the lower nature to dominate, but it tricks you. It colors, Carlos. It changes the color of your worldly mind into spiritual ideas, but nothing is changed. You're pretending, you see. Ah, Carlito, namaste, somos uno, perfecto. Quiero solamente el amor. Yes. Easy.
Costumbre.
Yes. Just. And this path, este camino, todo tu fuerza necesitan.
Toda.
Yes. To break the hold of the lower domination. Para romper, ¿cómo se dice?
Para romper ese dominio.
Yes, para romper la puerta, to break the hold, not to break the door. No. To break the hold.
El agujero.
Of the lower nature. Yes. The lower nature, it dominates everything here. But you need all your strength to establish God's kingdom in you. That breaks the hold. Deciding and commanding, I only want your life, Father. I don't care what I must experience. I don't care how much I have to go through. I want your life. But I see many of you, you're not saying that. You're saying, Father, I hope I don't have to go through anything uncomfortable. I don't want to experience pain. Pain, pain. So you're putting all your focus on trying to avoid pain. And what are you getting? More pain. More struggle. No, that's not my teaching. That is not what I'm teaching you, everyone. Say, Father, I only want your will, your life, and I'm willing to die to have it. To die to everything that I know, my opinion, everything. Ah, now you're worthy to enter into the kingdom. Because with the false path, you believe you're in Salvington. Oh, Michael, 11 powers. I do one or two of them. I read Urantia, or I read, and nothing really changes. Y nada cambia. You must use all your will, your strength, to deliver yourself to God's will. You use all of your will to direct yourself into God's domination. The Father must dominate you. Then you have happiness, harmony, all the good things if he dominates you. Or you let the lower nature, you live a life of mediocrity, and you come back here many more times to keep doing the same thing. Yvonne, yes?
Yes, Michael.
Yes.
Yes. Entrega total.
Yes, you have to enter totally. With total, the Father desires undivided loyalty, not fakeness, pretending. No, undivided sincerity and loyalty. If you say, yes, Michael, my goal is to experience peace. That's not what I teach. Then you will be avoiding everything that's not peaceful. And sometimes you have to enter into not peaceful to transform. But you won't do that. You'll avoid it. See? My teaching is this. Almighty God, I die for you. I give up everything. I don't care what cost it is to my human. I don't care. I only want your will. Only your life. I don't care how painful. I don't care. I care only make me into your son and daughter. Right? Wow. Now you are.
Qué poder.
Yes. Yes,
Wow.
and you will feel, you'll feel the strength as you ask for that.
Wow.
Because it is a request that always receives a response. It's a request that always receives a response.
Sí, lo siento.
Yes, right?
It's here.
Yes.
Aquí.
I don't want all of you to be here and to imagine that you're advancing and that everything stays the same. I don't want that for you. That hurts my heart. Yes.
Wow.
Yvonne, yes.
Muy poderoso, Micael. Gracias.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Well,
Recibo tu espíritu de la verdad.
yeah. There's no possibility to misunderstand what I'm saying today. I'm making certain you each understand for your own eternal benevolence. You must stop giving belief and power to the lower, the lesser, the thoughts and feelings of pity and victim. If you call upon me with absolute reverence, my being responds. Call me only from the intellect mind, unwilling to die completely, and I probably don't respond. See? That's it. Some of you are exercising this right now because my power is going out from me to you right where you are. Good, Yvonne. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Micael. Thank you.
We do one more, everyone. I can take one more sharing. We see what happens.
Horacio de Paraguay.
I used to know Horacio. He was in the university. Then he disappeared.
Ah, no, nunca desaparecí.
He's reappearing, reapareciendo.
No, siempre estuve. Quería algo breve, algo corto.
Yeah.
Cuando estaba Maite expresando lo de su mente tan
Yeah.
estructurada, me sentí identificado en cierto aspecto con lo que decía ella.
Sí, exactly.
Pero a diferencia de ella, que por eso la consulta, a pesar de tener esa mente tan rígida o tan estructurada, yo siempre acepté te acepté a ti y te acepté todas tus enseñanzas, nunca me cuestioné nada, nunca necesité ver para creer, siempre lo creí sin ver. Lo único que esa mente tan estructurada y rígida no me permite sentir. Y hace un tiempo ya bastante largo, a veces me pregunto si no estoy viviendo un sueño creado por mí, porque en mi vida es todo armonía, todo es paz, todo es gozo, revelaciones, nuevas creaciones. Y a veces me pregunto si eso no es una ilusión mía o si realmente lo estoy mereciendo, es lo que lo estoy viviendo realmente como lo merezco.
Yes, the 11 powers change the solidity of gold into liquid.
Can you repeat, Michael?
Yes, the 11 powers change the hardness of gold, the solidity of gold into liquid. But how? How does that happen? How does the gold melt down to transform, to change form? How? How? Uh-huh. It is put in a refinery. Right? Gold refinery. Yes. And at a very high heat. That is a tangible metaphor for what needs to happen inside of each of you within your field. The refinery. You enter the refinery. And Salvington is a refinery, but you still have options. You still have a free will. Just because you're in Salvington doesn't mean anything that your gold will be melted down into fluid liquid. Because you have control. Right? So it is your free will that's really chooses to hold yourself to the refinery. Then you melt down. You see, all your lifetimes are like the hardness of a piece of gold, gradually becoming liquid. And then the liquid can be poured into a new form. The garment of light, let's say. Yes, but the evolutionary hardness of the gold, it has to be melted down. Your character, your personality, thoughts, feelings. It has to be melted to change form. You go through a melting. And then the Father pours you into a new form. But you cannot go into the new form directly from the hardness of the evolution, the gold, in its solid form. You cannot. You must be melted down. The melting down is the process of the adjuster eternalizing you. Spiritualizing your viewpoint, priorities, all of that. Values. That's the melting down. And so what is needed? What is needed, Carlos? I use you as a... What's needed to change the solid gold into the liquid form?
Y yo creo que se necesita humildad, se
A
necesita
fire.
la refinería, el fuego.
A fuego,
Sí.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. A
Thank you,
very
Master.
high heat. Very high
Yes.
heat.
Yeah.
That's the adjuster life in you. It takes your concreteness, your density, that's the solidity, and it melts. Now, if you are identified with the solidity of the form, naturally you're not going to allow the fire to melt you. That's the lower nature. It says, whoa, hey, slow down. I don't want to change my form. I am this form. No, it doesn't realize you are the essence, the underlying liquidity of gold. The pure gold is what you truly are. That's the essence, right? And allowing the melting down, the refining, that grows your character, ennobles your desire, your person, eternalizes your will. Wow. To let go of being identified with the solid gold and to allow a liquidity, a refinement. Gradually, little by little. All at once, you'd have a heart attack. But little by little, then you let go of the form, the density which you've identified with. You identify with the underlying essence of the pure gold, not the form. And then with faith, wow, you've become this liquid gold, right? But wow, what faith you need. Because you're changing and you don't know what shape it will become. That's faith and trust. intention, instruction, inquiry, impregnation. You are facilitating this refinement with your free will and the powers that I'm showing you. And the mother and I with the mighty host hold your hand as you enter into the higher heat, this alchemical, right? Alchemical transformation into some new form. But you're still the gold. But you're changing the form. And to the degree that you're attached to wanting things a certain way, a certain form, you block, you prevent the refinement. And do you know that the refinement into the liquidity of gold is a much more free place? More joy and happiness is in the liquid gold than in that solid density. Clara, Carlos, I thank you very much from my heart to yours. I appreciate your service, and all the staff members and those who are in the Trinity helping. I'm just taking a moment to say thank you. I'm happy to play my part. I don't want to play every part in this play. So, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Adonai unto each of you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Gracias, maestro Adonai.
Gracias, gracias, maestro.
Thank you.
Gracias, Michael.
Yes, you're welcome, Henny, honey.
Yeah, Michael. Love you.
Yes, Alicia.
Bye, Michael.
Gracias, Michael.
Oh, who was that little one?
Adonai.
Adonai.
Gracias, maestro. Gracias. Hermosa conferencia.
Sí, Ana María.
Muy bella.